Hi everyone, welcome to the first podcast for you, Section 4, first year Section 4. This is the first in what I hope is a helpful series of podcasts designed especially for you. So before we really begin, let me tell you a little bit about these podcasts. This is a special project that I've started this year with the goal of helping you to survive. And so in order to do that, I'm going to create a new podcast approximately every 2 weeks. Usually about 4 to 5 minutes in length, so it won't take up too much of your time. You can find the podcasts on YouTube. I think you guys have probably heard about YouTube once or twice. On YouTube, there is a closed captions option, and so with that, you can get subtitles. So if you think that will be helpful, please click on CC when you're watching the videos on YouTube. You're going to get an announcement from me in that virtual class that I set up. Remember, I talked about that with you the other day. And so it appears in your class list on Omnivox, and you'll get an announcement every time there's a new podcast. And each of these podcasts is tailored especially for you, Section 4. And so it will feature your classes, your ECE courses, and your Section 4 schedule. As you're starting to realize, one of the things you need to think about when you're in CEGEP is how are you going to succeed? And so there are some keys. First is organization. Very, very important to stay organized. And another key is time management, using your time effectively and efficiently, especially if you're juggling a lot of different commitments, school, work, home, all kinds of other things that are going on in your life. That's really important. So the key really is to keep up and to stay on track with all of your homework. And in order to do that, I'm going to encourage you to think about what kind of tool you could use, a place where you can store all of the information about your schoolwork. So options, Vanier Agenda, it's free, it's cool. And so you could use that to write down all of your due dates, all of your assignments that are upcoming, things like that. You might have another calendar that you want to use, maybe one with cute kitty cats, I don't know. There are online options, iCalendar, Google Calendar, and you can use these on your phone. This last option, no. You are not going to ask your mother to keep you organized. You're in CEGEP now. It's your job. So what's going to happen every week is I'm going to present you with a calendar that will look like this, on which I will highlight all of your Section 4 courses and assignments and due dates and things like that. So let's dive right in, shall we, and look at the calendar for next week. At this point, I need to urge you to remain calm and breathe through the nose. Because, as I mentioned to you in class, there is a schedule change already. So what's that going to look like next week? Monday is a holiday. Woohoo! No school. And so that means on Tuesday there is a schedule change. You will, on Tuesday, follow the Monday schedule. So there you can see all of your Monday ECE courses. But on Wednesday, we go back to the regular schedule. So there are your Wednesday courses, and then the whole week continues as normal. Thursday, when we get to the next week, we're back to normal for the whole week. So Monday classes on Monday, Wednesday classes on Wednesday, and Thursday, and there is your week. So, phew, lots to think about. Take it one day at a time, and you'll get there. And hopefully the podcast will help you stay on track as well. Going forward, what would I like to do with these podcasts? Well, the first thing I'd like you guys in Section 4 to think about is the look or the theme of the podcast. So I've got the whole green thing going on here. Maybe that doesn't appeal to you. Maybe Section 4 would like something more like this, or something flashy like that, something brightly colored, or maybe something soothing and calm with feathers like this. You'll let me know. This is your podcast, and so you can personalize it as you wish for Section 4. You can, of course, post your comments in the comments section on YouTube underneath the video. And in that comments section, you'll also find a transcript, a written transcript of everything that I have said in this podcast, if you want to read through that. And keep your eyes and ears open for then any announcement from that virtual class, because that will let you know that the next podcast is available. That's it for this edition of podcast number 1. Have a wonderful week.